How's it going, you guys? This is Matt with Ocean Golf Carts down in Sayulita, Mexico. I made a video on how to make a lithium battery, but I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to tell you where I bought the cells, where I bought the BMS, a little bit more details of how to put everything together, where I get the chargers. That way you can put it all together yourself. You don't have to build a box. I build my own boxes. But right now we're building lithium batteries, 100 amp hour for around $800. So we buy a couple things in bulk, which gets the cost down a little bit, but nothing crazy. So I'm gonna walk you through a couple things right now. Okay, we get our cells from Expert Power US. I will put a link in the description. You can buy, I believe right now they got a special going on, and it's 56 cells for $2,300, which will do 3.5 packs at 16 cells per battery. Now you can get away with doing a 15 cell lithium battery. You just got to change your charger. It's a little bit less powerful. You get a little bit less range, but definitely doable. It's not noticeable unless you're driving the carts side by side. You get out of one and you get in the other, but this is how the cells come packaged. You can see these are 100 amp hour, 3.2 volt cells, and we have 16 here. So this is what we use when we build our packs. It's really nice because they come with all of the lock washers, the Phillips head screws, all the bus bars. The only thing that you got to get separate is, I want to say this is a 60 millimeter bus bar. You can get those on eBay. You can get them on AliExpress. We actually buy a lot of stuff on AliExpress, including our chargers. These are the BMSs that we buy. Again, I will put I guess not really a link, but I'll give you the company that we buy from on AliExpress. Takes a little bit longer to get things shipped. But if you buy, 5, 6 at a time, they will give you a discount. And these on Amazon, I want to say are like maybe $100. And I think we paid $30 each. And you can get different sizes. Let's see here, we have some, these are 230 amp, and then we have some big boys down here, which are 400 continuous amp, and that's something for like a 72 volt. And I have one of these in my cart, and it'll do about 70 miles an hour by the time we get done with it. But these are the BMSs that we buy. Every lithium battery is going to have a BMS in it to shut it off, charge it, protect it, do all those things. And you need one that can handle the hills, handle the regen braking. And it's nice with these because you can set all the parameters and basically prevent it from shutting off on you like a lot of these other batteries that you buy. In Florida, you don't have any hills or anything like that, but in Sayulita, we have some hills that you can hardly walk up. And it's really important to be able to customize those parameters. So this is what we use as far as our BMS goes. You can, let's see here, you can see it in focus right there. But you can connect to it via Bluetooth and change all the parameters in there, and they work very, very well. I've never had any of them fail, and we've made probably about 40 batteries by now. So with this BMS, you'll get a couple things, couple packages, just like this. And you will have, they'll give you a diagram, a actual paper copy, but you can download, and they're super helpful. But you got your on-off switch, or the wire for the switch, and then these all come pre-tinned. So if you were soldering these on bus bars, you could do that, but we just use 1/4 inch. Let's see here. No, Goes on them. We use these Wi-Fi heat shrink connectors, and these are the 22 to 16 gauge. Okay, this is the 1/4-inch connectors, and this is what we use. We'll crimp on those, and then I label them 1 through 16 so that I don't make a mistake. You can see through here, cell number 1, and then it goes all the way through. Like this one says 13 on it, 14, that's actually 15. But I'll label all of these, put them all together, heat shrink them at the same time, and that's the BMS. It's really simple to wire this up. You can follow their instructions, but you have the main negative right here that goes with this, the blue end, which will go to your first cell negative, and then you wire up all your positive leads, and that's it. The Expert Power cells come with these plastic cell protectors, which is super convenient. It adds spacing so you don't have to put the insulation sheets. We have these epoxy insulation sheets right here that, you know, if you get some cells from a different company, you have to put those in between each cell. But these are super nice. They come with everything that you need. We do have a bander, so I put everything together like that. And then I took 1/4-inch acrylic just to give this something non-conductive to sit on. And it works really well. When we put these in these boxes, this is a finished product. And I put spray foam in here, basically to glue everything so it can't come flying out if you ever were to get in an accident. But right here, this is hooked up. I didn't go through on my video and really show, but this is a shunt with our state of charge indicator. These are great. You can get these on Amazon. I think it's, I want to say, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks for a pair of them, maybe $70 for a pair of them. But this is the most accurate state of charge indicator that we have found, because it actually measures the electricity spent because it uses a shunt. However, if you let your cart sit for a week, it will still drain and you're not spending electricity. So this will give you a false reading. So you have to charge your cart completely full, and then this is accurate. But it's very simple. We put this inside the battery so that you hook up all your negatives here. Here's your BMS to the battery hookup here. This is, you can go 12 to 48 volt or whatever. This is just a power supply for the actual indicator. And then we go here for our main negative. This is really simple. It's not complicated at all. These battery terminal connectors, I get these on AliExpress as well. I'll put another link for those. Much cheaper than Amazon. I want to say they're like $9 a piece on AliExpress, but these are rated for 200 amps, and you can get bigger ones as well, but they work great, and they're what is on every other, you know, Eco battery, Roy Powell, all these other professional batteries. This is the same connector that they're using. If you get these on Amazon, make sure that you get the 13-foot cable. Otherwise, if it comes with 1 meter, it will not reach. You cannot splice these. We have spliced them and tried using, you know, Cat 5 wire, but it does not hold up. So make sure that you get the ones with the 13-foot extra long cable. What we do is we make a little notch here, and I'll hot glue this. These are our wires to turn the battery on and off, or not off, but you can turn it on with these. And then I'll run that cable as well through here, put our lid on so everything stays waterproof. And then we'll run that cable to the front, and then our battery indicator's all hooked up. I'll show you on my cart right now. This is my cart right here. Right now it does about 50 miles an hour. Here's the battery indicator right here. This has an all-tracks AC conversion kit on it. This thing rips super quick, and it's actually very stable for going those kind of speeds. But that's the state of charge indicator. When it's charging, that thing will light up. You can see inside here we have our charger set up. I have an additional fan that I turn on because when you're going 50 miles an hour, this thing generates quite a bit of heat. So it's pretty simple. You don't need a lot of stuff. Go to Expert Power, get the cells, however many you want, however many batteries you're building. The BMSs, I would highly recommend getting the 230 amp with a 575 peak discharge. Unless you're running a stock golf cart that's not lifted, you really need something higher than that. So the normal 130 amp really doesn't, I mean, it'll do fine with 4 people, but you're gonna clip the battery at some point, either coming down a hill or going up a hill. So the price difference really isn't a lot. I would definitely get that upgraded version. And then simple, you know, whatever you want to use as far as building this pack goes. You know, you got the cells, the protectors. I put that piece of 1/4-inch acrylic on top there. Hot melt the BMS on top. I install that shunt and that indicator, and then I put it in a metal box that we build. I can make another video on how to build those. We make our boxes out of 18 gauge sheet metal. I have a metal brake that I made, and we would bend the edges and all that stuff, but I found that you can take a pair of metal shears and just simply cut out your dimensions. Ours are 11 inches tall, 12.5 wide, 15 inches long, and that'll fit perfectly underneath a club cart seat. The 2004 to 2008, it'll still work, but it's a little bit different. But you don't have to cut anything, and it'll drop right in there. So it's really, really convenient. The metal box is the only thing that I wish that I could make that looks a little bit more professional. We have a nice lid now that we have. I can, you know, show you what that looks like, but that's the only difference with these other companies. When you buy the battery, it looks more professional. So we end up riveting on feet so that you can install it, drop it right in, secure it to the body so it's not going to fly out if you get in an accident. But our lid's the only thing that's different. But you know, I can order or buy a sheet of 3x10 18 gauge sheet metal for around $45 down here. I can cut it up and get about 5 boxes out of that one sheet. So it's really inexpensive. And then I silicone the inside and silicone my actual pack when I drop it in, and then I'll spray foam it so it glues it in there. And that's it. Put those terminal connectors on and you're good to go. In conclusion, I would highly, highly recommend building these batteries yourself. I don't know how, if you want to just do one card or if you have several, if it's something you want to get into where you sell them to other people. Like we've done, we custom build golf carts for other people. We have our rental fleet, so we're changing those from lead acid to lithium as they expire. But I hope this video helps. The cells right now, if you buy a 56 pack, which will do, 3.5 packs. So if you get 2 of those, it's $4,600. It ends up being $650 for 16 cells. On top of that, you have a charger that's about $100. I guess I gotta show you what the chargers look like. And then the BMSs are like 30 bucks, but I'll show you the charger. It's real simple. We actually have these ones custom made, but this is it. You'll see these on Amazon for I've seen them as high as $300-400. But on this AliExpress store, you can get a standard, it's like a 13 amp or 15 amp or something like that charger, and I want to say they're around $110. These ones were custom built for us. These are 40 amp chargers on 220, and then they'll do 20 amps on 110. And this charger was 130 each, and we ended up ordering several. So, but I'll put that company in the description as well. But you can get, basically everything for $800 or less. And you can change those parameters so that whatever your terrain is, whatever you're trying to achieve, it's really handy to be able to customize those parameters instead of just, hoping that, a such and such battery works. If you get into these lifts and trying to get a cart to go, 50 miles an hour or even 30 miles an hour, and you take your foot off and you let that regen kick in, if you don't have those parameters set to where your BMS can handle that charge current, it'll shut your battery off. So this is why we build our own. We can control all of that, and it is much, much cheaper. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I hope that you learned something, and this is why I would highly recommend doing this yourself, and you can save quite a bit of money, but you're also gonna get a battery that performs the way you need it to. So, all right, you guys, this is Matt, Ocean Golf Carts down in Sayulita, Mexico. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. All right, thank you.